Hello, Heights Church. What's happening? It's Pastor Tim, and we get to talk about the idea of serving and this call to serving, rather, as we've been kind of working through this thread as a church. And I love this idea of a call to serve and different ways that we can serve. And you had a friend of mine early on in ministry. He had noticed this difference in me as it pertains to my walk in my faith. This is before I became a pastor, and we had this great conversation. And he just said, "Hey Tim, what's the secret? Like how I just see you growing in your faith." And he asked me, "What's the difference? What's been the game changer for you?" And here was simply my answer. I looked him in the face and I said, "The answer is serving." There's this level of responsibility when we serve, but also an encouragement to lean into my faith more, because I have a responsibility in the commitment to serve others. And we had a lot of conversations, and it was fun to watch him move into this moment of his life where he began to serve more and just watched his faith grow. And so today I want to talk to you about another aspect of serving, and this idea of when we're serving or if we're going to serve. So we want to understand that it's not just if you already are serving, because I understand there's some people out there who are not serving and maybe thinking about serving and maybe a little nervous about jumping in to serve or where to begin. There's all these questions that kind of roll around in our heads when it comes to serving. But I want to talk to you about learning to invite someone into serving with you. Now, I've done a lot of reading on this idea of the power of a shared experience. There are a ton of benefits of just having a shared experience. And we could spend a lot of time unpacking those, but there is incredible power, incredible significance in a shared experience. And I love, one of my favorite things about ministry as a former youth pastor is inviting people in to serve with me in ministry. People who shared the same passions or wanted to serve, and we did it together. There's been so many good things that we've been able to do together that I couldn't do on my own. So maybe you've got a great idea about serving a neighbor or a family member, or maybe you got an idea about serving. Maybe it's a good idea if you would invite somebody and say, "Would you do this with me? Would you partner with me in serving this thing or these people?" Because there's, again, power in the shared experience. There's power in the shared, let me put it this way, power in the shared blessing of serving one another. The fact that you get to share this passion of serving a certain thing or doing a certain thing together is amazing. You'll get a better return on your efforts when you do it together. Matter of fact, there is a passage in Ecclesiastes. It's in chapter 4, starting in verse 9. Let me read it to you. You've probably heard it. It's this: "Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But if someone who falls alone is in real trouble, likewise, two people lying close can keep warm together. But how can one keep warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two stand back to back and conquer." I love it. Then it keeps going. "Three are even better than two, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken." See, when you partner with somebody, one, you can do more. Think about the ideas that come to the table when there are two minds thinking on serving. You can obviously have someone who has your back when you're having a down day. You've got that person with you. The power of the shared blessing or the shared experience is amazing. What a blessing to those other people if two people came to meet a need than one. The resources have just doubled. Like, I could go on and on of the power of a shared blessing or the power of a shared experience. Look, one, we know that God created us to serve one another. He sent Jesus to serve, not to be served. But cool thing is when we're invited to serve with somebody else. I mean, Jesus sent out his disciples 2 by 2. We read through the New Testament. We see when they in the book of Acts, when they scattered and they started becoming missionaries and moving into these different areas, they always brought somebody or multiple people with them because we're better together. So here's my challenge. Here's my call for you. Who can you invite into serving? It could be a ministry in and around the church. It could be a community place to serve. It could be looking to serve someone in your family. It could be looking to serve your neighbor who lives right next door or across the street. Who in your life right now can you invite into this shared experience of a blessing? And just watch what God does when 2 people come together and say, this is what we're going to do. I promise you it'll be an incredible experience. The depth and level of your ministry and your outreach as it pertains to serving will be greater. The shared blessing of being able to say, man, we did this together. Can you believe what God did? Will be amazing. So that's my encouragement. Invite somebody to serve with you. If you're currently serving in a ministry, invite somebody to serve with you. If you got an idea on how to meet a need, invite somebody in to help you meet that need of another. I pray that this week God reveals that person to you, and not only that, gives you the vision on where to serve and who to serve. Have a great week, and I can't wait to hear about the way that you shared a blessing with another. Take care. We'll see you next time.